All over the country, and they come up to me after the lectures, and they'll be talking to me, and they'll say, well, you know, all he think about is sex. All he think about is my body. I say, why don't you show him something else? And then here's the really good one. They'll come up and they'll have on a weave. They have on false eyelashes, another whole face, false fingernails, and all of that. And then they'll say, but I'm looking for a real man. You want a real man for? The good black woman can pull a dress down without thinking that it devalues her. She doesn't have to use her body because she has so many other good attributes about herself to get the attention of a man. We can take the sisters in a position to take all of the charge and sexual energy out of the black community by just dressing differently. We have the power and control over that. That don't stop you from being beautiful. That don't stop you from getting a man. And it certainly puts things on the right perspective so some other judgments can be made other than physical. It don't take no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to have a sexual reaction. That's the most base. We spend less time doing that than anything else we do.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to J. Larone Presents, where we talk about the facts, foolishness, and black female effery. Today's video, we're going to look at Kendra G, where she has a woman on her panel who relocated with her boyfriend for about 6 months or so, and all of a sudden she discovered that, you know, it wasn't going to work out, right? So she has a 3-year-old son. And we're just going to get into it. And basically, this is a tale about how women make horrible decisions, right? You know, you pack up your son, take him away from his father to move in with a guy that you were just kicking it with. Y'all, nothing serious because he didn't even ask you to, you know, you weren't engaged, you weren't married. But you moved in, you moved out of town to move with him, not even move in with him. You just moved out of town to where he was at. You had to get your own place. And then after about 6 months or so, you discovered that he really wasn't that into you. But like I said, let's just take a listen to this. But like I said, it's about how women make horrible decisions, right? You don't move in with a guy, or you don't move to be with a guy if he's not willing to wife you up. You don't move to be with a guy if he's not saying, come move in with me. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to, you know, get married or something. You know what I'm saying? There was no commitment. It was just come move down here with me. But she had to get her own place. But we're going to go ahead and let her tell the story. And again, fair use, fair use. Hey, if you guys haven't, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, share, okay? And let's go ahead and get into it.
Know if it's gonna pick right up. Hey Kendra, wait, let me set you up because I know that I gotta set you up. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, I'm girl. Oh, you look cute. What's your name, honey?
Thank you.
Pretty girls been calling in lately. There must be a pretty girl memo going on because I've been getting a lot of pretty girls.
I'm fresh off work, Kendra. I feel a mess. You look beautiful.
You look great. You look like a fresh face. What's wrong with you?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Listen, this is how men that y'all want. They want to see y'all with no makeup. I mean, you have extensions, but I mean, you look natural. I think you look good. Let's start. What's your name?
My name's Malaika.
Woo, child. Say it again.
Malaika. You could call me Lay. I know you don't be playing with the names. You could call me Lay.
Dyslexic. Y'all know I fuck up everybody's name. I would mess up Jesus if we didn't say it every single day. There's no way I would look at Jesus If I didn't know Jesus was Jesus, I know I would pronounce that wrong if I saw it on paper. But okay, Layla,
Malaya.
what's the new? You said I could call you something else.
Lay.
Lay. All right. Lay, where
Yes.
you calling us from?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
I think I have an echo. Do you have me on somewhere else?
You're in my bathroom. You want me to take you somewhere else? I can take you somewhere else.
No, stay there. It's not. No, stay there. You have to like go back. It's not.
Okay.
It's not drastic. I thought
Okay.
like maybe a TV was on, but I can hear myself. But it's okay. Charlotte, North Carolina. How old are you?
I am 31.
31. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have a 12-year-old son.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
No, I've never been married.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
So I'm actually an assistant branch manager at True Lion Federal Credit Union.
Say again.
I'm an assistant branch manager at True Lion Federal Credit Union.
Okay, so assistant manager at a credit union?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Sagittarius.
All right, Sagittarius. All right, so we got Lay. She has a, you could say her name again for the people.
Malaya.
Malaya. She's from
Yes.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Malaya from Charlotte, North Carolina, 31 Sagittarius. Mom to a 12-year-old son, never married, assistant manager at a credit union. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
So to be honest with you, Kendra, I'm looking for someone who's honest. Like if it's not a relationship you want, if you want a friend, then say you want a friend. I was in a really long situationship, about 5 years, honestly, which brought me down to Charlotte, and I got my heart broken down here. So originally,
As she said, a situationship, not a relationship, but a situationship.
I'm from Maryland, so I want to meet someone who's honest and intentional. Like I said, I'm 31. I have a 12-year-old son. I want someone who's a good role model, a good figure. I'm not looking for anyone to play the father role. He has a father who's involved, but I do want someone who sets a good example for my son. You know, someone who.
So if you hear what she said, the son's father is involved, but she took the son from Maryland to Charlotte to be with some dude that she said was a situationship.
Who's emotionally in tune with themselves, because I felt like in my past, I can honestly say, I know you'll ask me my flaws at some point, but I can honestly say that I'm emotionally dependent when I'm dealing with someone, and I just want someone who can be not emotional with me, but who understands and accepts the fact that as a female, I do have a softer side, and I just want someone who supports that.
Okay, I want to ask you about something though. You said love moved you to Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yes.
Was your child's father?
No, I haven't been with my child's father since he was about 3.
Okay, so when did you move to Charlotte?
I moved to Charlotte in August of 2023.
Okay, wait, last year.
Yeah,
So
recently.
what happened? Wait a minute, what happened?
Like I said, apparently one of my flaws is that I'm an emotional being. And by emotional, I'm not crazy or anything like that. But when I deal with you, I love really hard, Kendra. I love really, really hard. And when my feelings get hurt, I'll let you know. Like sometimes, yes, I may cry or whatever, but the person that I was
But
dealing
tell me how you relocated. Was you in a relationship? We need
Yes.
the backstory.
So the person that I was dealing with also lived in Maryland. We're both from
She was in a situationship, not a relationship.
Maryland, and he relocated to Charlotte. He was in Charlotte before me for about 2 years, and he, would constantly bring up, "Why don't you move to Charlotte? Why don't you move to Charlotte?" And then I ended up
And you
moving
guys,
to Charlotte.
and he's saying this as your man. Y'all in a relationship. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. And then when I moved down, I hate to say this, but this is how I explained it to my girlfriends. It almost seemed like when he realized that he was all I had to depend on, it kind of got taken advantage of, and it just didn't go the way I
But you
expected.
just got there. August is what, maybe 6 months ago?
Yep. 6, 7
when did
months
y'all
ago.
break up?
Maybe about 2 months ago.
And did y'all live together when you moved there?
No, I had my own place. He had his own place.
And that's the problem. Why would you move? Why would you take your son and relocate to a place where the man is not going to put you in, where y'all can't live together? You see what I'm saying? It's like, and that's, let's keep it. Let's listen to some more of this. But yeah, you don't move in with somebody. You don't relocate to another city, another state, and then you got to get your own place. If y'all are together, if y'all are dating or whatever, he should have been able to put you into, wherever he was staying at. You should have been able to move in with him. And you relocated your son from his father, which by her mouth said that the father is involved with his son.
But she moved down because of this man.
Yeah, and so to be honest with you, Kendra, once I moved down to Charlotte, I quickly realized that he had his own life in Charlotte. Regardless of him asking me to come down or not, like I quickly realized that he had his own life in Charlotte.
Ooh, okay. So now you're single. Wow. So would you leave or you want to stay there?
To be honest with you, I was literally just telling my best friend this. Maybe within like the next year or so, I'm thinking about relocating to Houston. But as of right now, Charlotte's home for me. I know how to bounce back pretty easily. Like I said, I'm working. At the end of the day, I still have to be a mom, so my focus has shifted to other things. But if
Okay,
I
some of
stay
the
here,
cousins, listen. Okay, shout out to the cousins. They pick up on things that I miss. They're saying
okay.
that you said it was a situationship, not a relationship.
Exactly.
So I call it a situationship now because I feel like maybe I was more involved than what he was. But at the same time, like I said, honestly, he asked me to move down here. We were intimate. We've been dealing with each other for a very, very long
Okay,
time.
but
Like I
so
said,
you
five
never
years.
had the conversation of you're my man, I'm your girl.
Yeah, we've absolutely had that conversation.
So
We've absolutely
why
had
would
that
you be confused?
conversation.
But why would, if y'all had that conversation when you moved down, why didn't you move in with him? That's the question. Cause you asked me, it sounds like you followed him down there. Like you was missing the D. Y'all had a conversation and you was talking about moving. He was like, yeah, well, come on down if you're gonna come on down. But I guarantee you he never once said, come move in with me. Because it doesn't make any sense to move down with a man that you said that y'all are in a. If y'all are definitely in a relationship, you should have been able to move in with him. But when you say situationship, that just means you probably follow him down because you was missing the D or something like that. That's what I'm thinking.
there was a situationship or a relationship.
Because when I moved down here to Charlotte, like I said, I quickly realized that he had a totally different life outside of my understanding of what
Let
we
me ask
were.
you this, not
So
to
I,
cut you off. Not to
no
cut you off.
problem.
But why didn't you move
hmm
in with him? Like he wanted you to move and get your own apartment?
So that was never offered. That was never something that was on the table. Like move down here and we gonna get a place together. That was never something that we
Well,
discussed.
that's
I've
why
never lived
that's
with
where
the
you
man.
messed up. I think that's the biggest.
That's what she messed up. It sounds like he was like, well, if you want to move down, you can, but yeah, you're not gonna move in with me. So the question is, did he really ask you to move down, or did you just bring it up? Like, well, baby, I'm missing you. I can move down there. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like. It don't sound like he really offered for you to come down or ask you to come down. You probably just mentioned it, and he was like, well, yeah, come on down. And then, but yeah, you got to get your own place.
No, right there. I mean, sincerely, like, listen, I'm all for relocating, but if someone's asked you to relocate, then we're moving in together, right? If I'm moving my city, it should be, or state, it should be serious enough that we are moving in together. Where did you
Right.
live?
I lived in Maryland in
So
Upper
why was
Marlboro,
that
PG County.
never an option for you to move in with him?
I'm not sure, Kendra. He it's not like he's living with another woman or anything like that. That wasn't the
Why wasn't
case.
that your requirement? Like, why, if I'm gonna move me and my child from a different state, why didn't you require, like, are we moving in together? Like, what is
Right.
this? Ladies, don't be afraid to ask these questions.
And you aren't saying anything that
Stupid decisions. Like I said, this is where women mess up. They make dumbass decisions, and then yeah, it's crazy. And a lot of times they'll make a dumb decision, and then they'll blame it on somebody else. You know what I mean? But I don't. But like I said, she definitely made a stupid decision by going down there without this guy. You know, without being able to move in with this dude.
I've never heard before, Kendra. Like I said, I have friends who are very transparent with me, and all my friends say the same thing. I will be completely honest and say that I was wrapped up in this situation like head over heels over this person.
Yeah, you was digmatized or dick dumb, like they call it.
He's a little bit older than me, so I was completely gone off this man, to say the least.
Yep.
When he moved, it was almost like I felt like I lost my best friend. So when he finally asked me to move down, even though it wasn't me moving in with him, because I was closer to him, it made me feel better. So
I think it sounds like it, and you kind of said this a little bit earlier when you said situationship. This is a situation where you may have been more into him than he was into you.
and I
Facts.
can
Yep.
honestly admit to that.
Yeah, that's what it was. If you move down here, you got to get your own place. So basically, you was just some pussy. That's all it was. You was familiar. You was willing to come down, and you was just somebody he could hit. Wow. I mean, basically, that's all it was. Because he did not offer for you to come and live with him. You was just somebody that he was familiar with. You was willing to move down and relocate, and you was some box that he could hit. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Nothing serious.
Okay.
Kendra,
Okay.
you
So
about to make me cry. I did not come on this show to cry with you
what do you
tonight,
cry?
and you
Well,
making me
listen.
emotional.
Where is it? I don't want to get you to cry. That's not.
Again, you the dummy that moved down there. That kills me when you hold these women. You tell these women what they did wrong, and you try to critique them and correct them. But then again, all of a sudden, you're gonna make me cry. You hurt my feelings. Grow up.
Not my goal either. I guess what my
Mm-hmm.
goal is, I asked enough questions for us to get to the honest truth, so you can
Mm-hmm.
see it for what it is. So I guess my question is, what made you decide that this is over? Like, what happened 2 months ago that now you know for sure he's not what you want, or this is not what you want? What happened?
Because I made such a big change. I made such a big sacrifice. I left a really good paying job in Maryland, and I relocated me and my son. And from the moment I touched down in Charlotte, things were kind of weird. Like within the first couple of weeks of us talking, I mean, within the first couple of weeks of me moving down here, it was almost like we were always at odds. Like we were always at odds, and then things would get better, and then we'd be at odds again, and then things would get better. It was just almost like a seesaw. So it just got to a point where we were just kind of over it. They calling me
Listen, you're
Dick
30.
Dumb. I said I dealt with him for a long time. It wasn't just about the sex.
Yeah, well, you can deal with a guy alone for a long time and still be dick dumb. Cut it out. Exactly, it was about the sex.
It wasn't just about the sex. This man, okay, so let me just speak to the cousins for a second. So this man, not only was he my lover or whatever you want to call him, but he was also my friend. I got my class A CDL with him. He put me onto a bunch of businesses. We started a trucking company together. Like we did a lot of different things together. So it wasn't just about the sex. So I'm sorry that y'all.
But still, he didn't feel the same way about you. So to him, you was just, somebody that he liked you, enough to sleep with you for that long period of time. But still, he wasn't into you like you into him.
I feel that way, but it wasn't just that.
Listen. I stay here. I'm 44. You're 31. I stay here. Sometimes I say things to you guys because I've been through what you guys have already been through, right?
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I'm gonna give you grace. I think you learned a lesson. A lot of people learn. I will just say anybody watching, and we could just learn from the situation. If you're gonna relocate and you're with a man and you're dating, you're relocating for that person. I think it makes common sense to say, okay, we're moving in together, right? Like this is a big. If I'm gonna rearrange my life, what are our steps? Am I just moving just to move closer? No, I'm moving because we're gonna build this life together. And then if you can't get that before you go, then I would say don't go. Mm-mm. Don't
I
move when you have
understand.
a child too.
I completely
Listen,
agree with you. I completely agree with you. And a lot of people have told me go back to Maryland. And then, I mean, like that's definitely an option. But at the same time, I can't just keep packing up my son and leaving. Like at this point, I'm here.
What you're talking about packing up and going to Houston. I mean, again, yet you're taking your son farther away from his father.
I just got to establish myself here. That's okay.
Okay. Well, okay. So now she's here looking for the right man, the right man. So let's move forward. Again, you gave me a long list of, this is why I asked you about, because you said you moved. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers, like I said, would be someone who isn't emotionally in tune, like a man who can't express himself, someone who's a liar, a cheater, someone who's a narcissist, someone who takes advantage of someone's vulnerability, uh, someone who doesn't have a good relationship with family. I feel like that's very important for me. I want a husband, and I want someone who has that role model in their life of what a good husband is or what a family should look like, so that they know how to create one for themselves.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I do have a type. I like a brown skinned man with a beard, clean cut, in shape. That's my preference. Yes.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, I would say at least 60K. I don't think that's
Okay.
asking for too much. At least 60K.
Could he have kids already?
Yes, that's fine. Who am I to say that they can't have kids? I have a 12-year-old. It's okay.
Do you want more children?
I do. I want at least one more. I really want a daughter really bad.
Okay, one more. Now, so do you want the guy to be in Charlotte?
He doesn't have to be in Charlotte, no.
Okay. Someone says she needs to heal first. I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest. I mean, there are some people that come on the show, child, and I do feel like they need to heal, child. But sometimes, this is one of the reasons why men, and I don't agree with this, but men don't sulk in the house and listen to sad love songs and crying when they're going through a breakup.
No, we don't.
They go on to the next vagina. Now, I'm not saying I agree with that either, but they keep it pushing. I think you should keep it pushing. I think you're an attractive girl. You moved out here, you took a chance on love, you learned that it wasn't what you desired. No, I think you're in a place where you can meet someone. Don't have sex right away. I don't believe anybody should have sex right away whenever they meet with anybody. But I don't think she should be sitting in the house spoken over this man. Like, I really want you to show him, like, okay.
Oh God, it reverb. Kendra need to do something about her audio because that shit sound horrible. But yeah, it's Lord. But yeah. Like I said, they make some bad decisions, man. They just, I don't know. Like I said, she talking about she ain't dick dumb, but yeah, I think she was dick dumb. Like I said, he didn't feel the same way about her. He told, well, according to her, he told her to move down, which I think they might have had a conversation and she might have mentioned moving down, and he said, yeah, come on. Cause any man who's into a woman and really wants her to come down to, where he's at, he's going to offer, okay, you can come stay with me. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think that he really came up with the idea for her to come down. I think they were just talking and she brought it up and he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I think she probably brought up I can, look for an apartment and all this and come on down and, we can, see each other and stuff like that. But I don't think he just came right out and said, hey, you should move down here with me. I think it was her idea. And he just said, yeah, that's a good idea. Come on down. I wish, that a lot of times when these women tell these stories, they don't tell the full thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I wish they could get the dude side and hear what he had to say. So I guarantee you it would be a different conversation.
We're gonna keep it pushing. Like you had a great woman. You missed out. Now let me make myself available for the guy that's gonna treat me the way that it is. So no, I actually think you're doing the right thing by trying to meet somebody else. All right,
Humbly, Kendra, I can say that I actually have been working on healing me. You know what I mean? Because like I said, one of my flaws is the fact that I'm emotionally reliant, and that can be an issue. So maybe that is something within myself that I need to address so that I'm not so reliant on anybody, whether
Kendra was telling the girl, get back out there and get on that horse. Get back out there and get on that CC. So that's basically what Kendra was telling her. Cause you know, once they start dating, I mean, you know, motherfuckers gonna start giving up the box real quick. Motherfuckers ain't gonna sit around too long. And then, like I said, Kendra just telling her to get back out there and get on that horse.
Be a friendship or relationship, whatever, on somebody being there for my emotions. So to an extent, I can agree with the cousins to an extent. But as far as me sitting around and moping, I'm over that. I'm so over that, Kendra.
All right, let's do it. Let's do the Kendra Cam. Okay, boo.
Okay. I still got on my work clothes, but it should be fine. Let's just hope that this
And they
stays.
said you was about to cry, child.
I was.
Okay. You look good. You're in great shape.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question now. When the
Yeah,
last time you talked to
Yeah, she got a body on her.
Listen.
Hold on, I think I accidentally took it too far back. Let's keep it. Where we at?
About, because you said you moved. What are your deal breakers?
I don't think that's asking for too much, at least 60K.
Could he have kids all the time? You know, this is one of the reasons why men with anybody. But I think no, I don't think she should be sitting in the house.
So that I'm not so reliant on anybody, whether it be a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I screwed up. There we go.
Great shape.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question now. When the last time you talked to the guy you moved down to from Charlotte?
It's probably been about a month.
Okay, listen. You might have a horny night. Don't fall for it.
It's funny, Kendra, because if I'm being honest, today I had a moment. And I was like, I'm gonna call him. I was like, no,
Please.
Don't call him.
Do not bet.
Don't.
Do not. Because look, you look good. You're in good shape. You don't move to a whole different state.
All right, yeah, Kendra just go ramble on and stuff. But yeah, but like I said, man, I don't think the dude really told her to come down. Like I said, I think they had a conversation. She mentioned it, and he probably co-signed it and said, yeah, you should come on down. But again, if a guy does ask you to move in with him, you know, to relocate, make sure that you can go stay with him, right? Don't move down there unless it's your idea. Now, if you say, well, you know, I'm missing you and this and then the third, and I want to come down. I've been looking at some apartments, and if he doesn't offer for you to come and stay with him, you know what I'm saying? If this is your decision to say, well, I'm just gonna move down and I'm gonna get me an apartment, and then that's on you. But if the guy is telling you to move down, he should definitely be saying you should move in with me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all that serious, but it don't sound like y'all are that serious. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you guys leave some comments down below and let me know what you think. Do you think that the guy actually asked her to move down, or did she just volunteer to move down? You know what I'm saying? Because still, to me, it was a bad decision altogether. You know, I don't, like I said, if he did ask her to move down, and she just packed up and moved and didn't even talk about moving in together and shit, like, man, that's just a bad decision all the way around. But you guys, let me know what you think. Comments down below. If you haven't, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, share. All right. Oh man, this is a trip, boy. Kendra be having some folks on her channel.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
Jerry.
All right, you guys, please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life. Whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?